right side body. And I want you to keep your left hand where it is. Take your right hand to the low back. And just start to sink in here with a little bit of space in that right shoulder. Inhale through that left hand and just bring it underneath the shoulder. On an inhale, look up towards your right shoulder. So just a little bit of a twist. Keep pulling that right shoulder back behind you. Option to take your gaze up to the sky or maybe keep it grounded for a little bit more support on the neck. On an exhale, we're going to release the right arm down underneath and then just stretch right back out to child's pose to the top of our mat. Exhale, take us off to the right side of the mat. Inhale, take your left arm to the low back. Reach through the right fingertips. And then just gently press against that low back. Breathing into the belly and the low back. Draw the left shoulder away from the left ear. On an inhale, press through the right hand. Drive that right hand all the way underneath the shoulder. And then start to articulate from the belly to the heart all the way up to the sky. Just a little bit of a twist, keeping that left hand on the low back for support. Remember your option to play with the gaze. Exhale, release the left hand down, tabletop. From tabletop, we're gonna shift back into a seated position. So pick any comfortable seated position here, crisscross legs out. And then from here, we're going to take the arms all the way up, big reach and stretch, and just pop. Ground your sit bones and root them in. And then pull the belly button up through the diaphragm, heart to the upper back, shoulders. Let's bring them up just for a second and then retract them down towards the hips. Keep reaching through the fingertips. From here, we're going to go ahead and exhale off to the right. So just pausing in that side bend, breathing through the left. Inhale, take it right back up. Reach and stretch, really strong postural muscles here. Draw the shoulders back and down. Exhale, take the left hand down, reach over to the left side of the room. Continue to remain open through the front of that heart space, grounding through the hips. Inhale to take it up. And then exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So a little soft twist here. Left hand comes on top of the right leg. And then draw that gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale to come back through center. Reach up again, strong postural muscles. Exhale, twist to your left. Gentle kickstand with that left hand behind the left hip. Gaze over the left shoulder. On an exhale, come back through center. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and take the chin towards the chest and pause. Breathe into the upper neck and shoulder space. Keep holding here. And all you're going to do is you're going to tilt your ear to the right shoulder. And as you tilt your ear to the right shoulder, pause. Breathe into the left neck side space. And an option is to extend the left arm away from you. Almost like you're reaching out to whatever's on that side of the room. Start to just trace up and down with that left hand. So just up and down, slightly moving through that left shoulder. I think Al Diaz is on this call, and I know he told me he's working on some shoulder stuff, so this should feel pretty good. And then we'll take it to front and back. So just moving the arm in space, front and back, continuing to draw our right ear to our right shoulder. And then pause with that left arm. Draw the left arm to the low back. And then just semi-circles off to the left and off to the right, drawing the chin towards the heart. Just baby half circles, moving into the shoulders and the neck. And as you come through center, pause, and we'll come up to neutral, stacking head over shoulders, release the left arm in front of you. And then we'll go to second side. So to start, we'll just draw that left ear to left shoulder. And just pause for a moment to really breathe into that right side neck. Depending on where you're at and how tight it is, sometimes just taking like your left arm to your left arm to your right shoulder and just putting a little bit of pressure on there helps create that safety, that little trigger for the body to say it's okay. And then as you feel ready, we'll extend through the right arm away into space and just reach it out. Continue to sit tall here. Reach to the hips and the top of the head. And then as you feel ready, we'll just go up and down. So just tracing the hand in space up and down, feeling how that changes the stretch through the neck, the shoulder, and the arm. And then making a T with the arm forward and back. And then pausing, drawing that right arm behind the low back. And then just a couple half circles as we trace the chin down to our chest with our exhale. Inhale off to the right. Exhale, bring through center. Inhale off to the left. And this can be dynamic, linking movement with breath, or maybe you pause and hold. Take one more each way, and as you come through center, we'll stack the shoulders and the head into neutral, and then we'll reach through our arms. Big reach and stretch. Exhale, we'll come to tabletop. So take knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. And then from here, let's give our legs a little bit of a patter. So you're just gonna patter those legs out into the tops of the feet and the shins. And then we'll let the legs come to a rest. From here, we're gonna tuck the toes. We're gonna go right into down dog. So shift your hips up to the sky and then press evenly through the hands and the feet. Ground through the fingertips and the heels. Let the head come between the arms. And draw the shoulders away from the ears back towards the hips. So you're retracting those shoulders just like we did in that seated position as we were inhaling, arms up to the sky. Really strong dog here. Walk your dog side to side, pedaling into the heels, ankles, knees, and hips. And then soften through the knees, look to the top of your mat. Walk, step, or float to the top of your mat between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, tabletop the back, so back is flat here. And then exhale, forward fold. 2 more times, tabletop the back. Inhale, retract the shoulders, lengthen from the top of the head through the tailbone. Exhale to fold, 1 more just like that. Inhale, halfway lift, pause. Exhale, fold. This time we're coming all the way up to standing. Reverse swan dive, push through the feet. Find the strength in your legs. Engage through all 4 corners of the feet, into the thighs, squeeze the glutes, reach and stretch, come up to standing. And then exhale, we're gonna come right into chair. So an early chair here. You can do it. Hips are back. You're shifting your weight behind you into your hips. Ground through all 4 corners of the feet or soften the knees and the toes. Lengthen through those arms. Draw the shoulders back towards the hips. Really strong arms in space. See if you can sit just a little bit lower. Inhale to take it up. Reach and stretch. Squeeze the glutes. Press to the feet. So really strong statue here in this standing posture. Exhale, come right back into chair. Hips go back, lead the way. We're working on a little hinging, a little leg strength, glute activation, stand up. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze them together. No one can see you as hard as you can. Exhale, push it back, chair. We're gonna do 1 more of those. Pause in chair, hold strong. Exhale, stand up, press to the feet, squeeze the glutes, lift through the fingertips, rise. And then exhale, forward fold, T the arms, hinge at the hips, come all the way down. Top of the head towards the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. You're gonna step your right leg back. As we step our right leg back, we're gonna drop the right knee on top of the right toes. We're gonna come up to kneeling lunge. Shoulders and hips are stacked, arms come up. Draw that right hip up and back. So try not to sink out in the hip, but keep everything stacked and then active. How can you make this more active? Press to the top of the right foot into the shin. Press the left knee down into all four corners of that foot. Reach out of the hips into the fingers. Exhale, draw length over to the left side of the room. Reach the left arm down as you reach the right arm across the body. This is a little bit of a balance challenge here. If you want more, close your eyes. Breathe through that right side body. Inhale to take it up. We're going for a twist. Exhale, twist to your left. So same side, opening up the arms and the heart towards the left side of the room. Reach the arms to the front and back of your mat actively as you still push down through that right foot. Long line from the hips to the shoulders to the top of the head. Option to close the eyes. Inhale to draw everything up through center. And then exhale, half splits. You're just gonna set your hips back behind you. And then you're gonna elongate through this front left foot. And as you come through the front left foot, you might have the toe heel out just to find a little bit more length. Breathing into the back of that left side. Toe points towards the face, hands are underneath the shoulders. See if you can keep your back flat here rather than rounding over the leg. So continue to lengthen through that spine. Use the strength of your back to hold yourself up. On an inhale, we're gonna walk our hands forward to the top of our mat. We're gonna bend that left knee to frame the left foot. And then we're gonna step that back foot up to meet the front foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Big standing stretch. 3 times coming into chair strong. Exhale, step the hips back. Beautiful. As you come back, see if you can get a little bit lower on this second round. Reach the fingertips forward with the shoulders back. Inhale to squeeze the glutes, press through the legs, really strong posture. Maybe even look back behind you, little back bend. Exhale, come right back into your chair. This is 2, we got 1 more. Make it strong, you got it. See if you can pull that belly button into that low back. Try not to find too much of an arch there. Inhale, make it strong, stand, squeeze, slightly back for back bend option. Exhale, last one, come into the chair. Inhale takes us up, forward fold, coming all the way down. This time we're stepping our left leg back. As we step our left leg back, our left knee is coming down, stack shoulders over hips, low lunge. Reach out of the hips through the fingertips all the way to the sky. Push actively into the top of the left foot. All 4 corners of that right foot. When you're ready, tail takes us over to the right side of the room. Big reach and stretch. Arms are active here. Try not to let them just hang out, but you're reaching over the top of the head into the floor. Inhale takes us up through center. And then exhale, twist to the right side of the room again, opening up through the heart. Keep pushing that right knee into the floor. It's gonna wanna wiggle in and out. Arms are actively reaching to the front. Remember your choice to close your eyes for a little more balance challenge. On an inhale, swoop everything forward. Exhale, we're gonna set back, half split, second side. So those right toes come up, hips come back, breathing into the back of the right leg, hands underneath the shoulders as kickstands. We're trying to keep length in the spine. When you're ready, transitioning, inhale, takes the hands forward underneath the shoulders, frame that right foot, step the back foot up to meet the front foot, inhale, halfway lift, exhale to fold, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Right arm's gonna come underneath left arm, eagle arms. Elbows in line with the shoulders, squeeze out midline. Our legs are warm, so here we go. Exhale, steps back, chair pose with the legs. As you come into chair pose, option to take the eagle leg. So we're gonna take our right heel off the mat, start to hover it as much as we want above a kickstand, and then crossing it over for figure four or maybe even a bind. That top of the foot might come behind the calf. Squeeze everything to midline as you continue to keep the spine long. Try not to round in to find the pose, but keep the integrity and the length of that back. Keep squeezing, grounding through that left foot. On an inhale, we're gonna release the legs first, take it up, and you got this. We're transitioning to warrior three. So that right leg's gonna come back with eagle arms to start. This is the end of this balance challenge on this side. You got it. Keep the eagle arms as long as you'd like. When you're ready, hips and shoulders stay square. Just open up the arms. Heart center, airplane arms, big wings back behind you. Just finding that warrior three that's challenging and playful. And inhale, we're gonna swing that right leg forward, coming all the way to standing, wherever you're at your mat. And then just do a little shake out. Beautiful work, everybody. Second side. Inhale, left arm comes underneath this time. Big stretch. Elbows in line with the shoulders. And then when we're ready, and exhale sets the hips back into chair. And then option to just peel off that left heel. Starting to find the placement of the left leg over the right. Figure four, double bind. All of the options. The goal is to keep space in that midline. Squeeze everything through center. Press actively through that grounded foot. Give yourself some laughter and grace. If you fall out, just get right back in. When you're ready, we're gonna open up the legs first. Hover that left leg up. And then send that left leg all the way back. Tip-tap forward, square the shoulders and the hips. Reach that left heel behind you and through the top of the head. Eagle arms in warrior three. Feel free to transition the arms whenever you're ready. Taking your balance challenge of choice. See if you can keep pulling the shoulders up and back. Wherever you're at. Open up through those collarbones. And then slowly start to transition the left leg underneath the body. And then take just a few wiggles in our standing posture. Last time, we're gonna go for a forward fold. Yogi's choice for shoulder opening here. We do these every week. So hands come behind, interlace fingers, grab wrists, forearms, elbows. Wherever you're at, we're tucking the chin towards the chest. We're coming into a forward fold. Taking that arm bind with us and just settling in for a few deep breaths into the shoulders and the back of the legs. Holding the bind with the arms as long as you'd like. On an exhale, release the arm bind. One more halfway lift, tabletop the back. Exhale to fold, walk the hands and the feet out, find your down dog. Push the heels and the fingertips into your mat, hips up to the sky. On an inhale, float the right leg high. Hold this floating right leg, push the left heel down. Find the strength in your shoulders, shooting that energy all the way to the hands, the knuckles, and the fingertips. Really strong three-legged dog. On an inhale, come up to the toes on the left leg, and then float that right leg all the way through between your hands for pigeon pose. As we come to pigeon pose, you're gonna scooter that left leg back, so toe heel back. And you're gonna keep your hands down for support to start. As you feel ready to transition, you can take some options for sleeping pigeon. You might even take a prop underneath that right hip. Other good ways to find yourself in this shape could be to swing your left leg forward for a little bit of a modified pigeon, or you might even come on your back for reclined pigeon. We're gonna be here for about a minute, stretching into that right hip. So choose the shape that works best for you to take some care into that right hip today. On an inhale, walk your hands back towards your body, tuck the long leg toes, and then float that leg back underneath. Maybe taking a scorpion dog, stacking hip over hip, opening up through that side. Beautiful. And as you feel ready to come back into your down dog, pausing for a moment, shifting again, equal weight into hands and heels, hips up to the sky. And then a big inhale floats the left leg up, pausing with the left leg floating, reaching down into that right heel. Come up onto the right toes, and then swing that left leg all the way through, pigeon second side. All the options apply. Give yourself permission to take the option that works best for this side. And for a minute, just breathe into that left hip. On an inhale, walk the hands back towards the body, tuck the long leg toes, and then float that leg back onto stack hip over hip, scorpion dog. Exhale into down dog one last time. Press your hands and feet, hips up to the sky. Exhale, set the knees down, set your hips on your heels, and then we'll roll onto one side. We're gonna make our way to our backs. As we come to our backs, feel free to take any clothing or things you need, and then we'll round down together. If you'd like to come down slow and controlled, you can, or you might take just a few rock and rolls, maybe 3 to 5 shoulders to hips. And then on your last one, just allowing yourself to come down. And as you come down, drive the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, wrapping the arms around the shins. Pushing the low back into your mat, maybe tucking the chin, keeping the shoulder, the neck, and the head on the ground. From here, we'll take our left leg up to the sky. And then we'll press our low back into the mat with control. Slowly lower the left leg all the way down to the top of your mat. And as it finds its way there, give your right leg a big hug into the armpit area. And we'll open our arms into a capital T. On our exhale, we'll shift that right leg over to the left side of the room for a twist. Breathing into the right side of the body, deep into the belly in this twist. Option to take your gaze forward or maybe over the right shoulder. On an inhale, brace through the core. Press through the arms, inhale that knee up and over. And then we'll go ahead and draw the other leg back up to chest. Give yourself a little hug. Good, and we'll extend the opposite leg towards the ceiling. And then slowly make contact with the low back into the mat as you lower that leg all the way down. So just a little bit of control. Great patience, everybody. And then we'll draw that knee into the armpit area. Give it a little hug, a little rock. As you feel ready, we'll open the arms into a T, and then we'll exhale the leg off to the side. On an inhale, brace through center, press through the arms, drive the leg up through center, and then bring both knees into the chest one last time, of rocking and rolling on that low back. And we'll find our way into our final resting pose. We'll take a 1-minute Shavasana together. So make your way into a shape that's the most comfortable for you, settling into just being intentional and thought on your breath. Big full body breath in through the nose. Open the lips, audible HA, ha. 2 more just like that. Let your next inhale draw the knees up into the chest. Just taking a moment for another final hug and stretch of the low back. And you can shift your weight onto the right hand side, pushing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And we'll close our practice with 1 breath together. Sitting tall on our sit bones. Big inhale takes us up. Reach and stretch. Exhale, hands come to heart center. It's been an honor to guide you today, ducks. Way to show up. Namaste.